time tracking, a built-in calendar, and a personal butler that will automate actions for you, all inside Trello. Keep watching to see how these 3 power-ups in Trello can help you increase your productivity. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Boss Tip Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to this channel, consider joining the community. Hit that red subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified of my weekly videos to help you grow yourself and your business. So as the new year approaches, I'm looking for ways to better organize all these workflows, to tighten up my schedule, and to start focusing on what's important. I really want to start automating my tasks and maybe even delegating some of them to find help. That way I can have more time to work on all these different projects that I have simmering in my head. Now, Trello is built for teamwork, and it has an endless library of power-ups, so I knew that I could find something in there to help me get that organization that I'm looking for. And I found 3 power-ups so far that I've been loving and I'm still testing out, but I want to share them with you today, so maybe they can help you out as well. Now, that's a calendar, the Harvest app, and Butler. I'm going to explain each one in detail, show you some uses, and share where you can find more information about them. And I'll go ahead and leave some timestamps here in case you're only interested in one of these 3 power-ups. You can quickly jump to that part of the video. The timestamps will also be in the description in case you want to save this video for later, to reference later. You can easily just go to the description and jump to that particular power-up. Before we dive into the power-ups, let's just start by answering a few questions. So what is a power-up? A power-up is an integration. You can sync Trello with some of your favorite apps you already use, like Gmail and Twitter and Dropbox and MailChimp. They have a lot of power-ups to choose from, and they're constantly adding new ones. How many power-ups can you have? With the free version of Trello, you can only have 1 power-up. But with the paid version, the business class, I believe it's called, you can have unlimited power-ups. The first power-up that I want to talk about is the calendar power-up. Some ideas for Trello calendar. You can use it for your content marketing strategy, which is actually what I'm using it for. I want to start organizing everything and systematizing my workflows. You can use it for meal planning, for deadlines for your personal goals, meetings, and other appointments. To enable the calendar, click on Show Menu button, and then you can go to Power Ups. Just scroll down till you see the calendar and click Enable. Now it'll instantly be added here to your board's dashboard. And to add a due date to any card, just hover over the card, click this pencil icon, and click Change Due Date. Now you can just add a due date to this and click Save. And save again. Now there's a due date here on this card of December 25th. If you click on your calendar, it'll show you here the card you just added the due date to. And if you want to change the due date of any card, all you have to do is grab it and drop it wherever you'd like, and it will just go ahead and change the due date here on this calendar. But what's cool is that it will also change it on the actual card itself. See here, it changed it to December 27th. Back to this calendar, you can switch between weekly view and monthly view. And if you click this gear icon and click Enable Sync, it will give you this URL that you can copy and paste on your personal calendar. Now, I have a Google Calendar, but I'm sure this will work for most other personal calendars as well. If you have a Google Calendar, just go here and go to this left-hand side and click that drop-down arrow where it says Other Calendars. Click Add by URL and paste that URL there, and then just click add calendar, and then it will automatically add your Trello calendar into your personal calendar. And that's so cool because you can have all your activities in one place. The next power up I want to talk about is the Harvest power up. Harvest is a time tracking app, and it has other features as well, like how to manage your expenses, reports, and other things like that. But today I want to just focus on the time tracking feature. Now, why in the world would you want to track your time? Some ideas for the Harvest app are so you can focus on what's important. As a business owner, you have to know how long it takes you to complete tasks because it puts you in control and you can analyze where you can cut back and what you can possibly outsource. And then it will also help you plan better. When you know how long a task takes you, you can start planning your days better because you know how long each one takes you. And then the most important thing is for pricing. If you sell services like website design or graphic design, if you're a writer or you edit work for other people, knowing how long it takes you will give you a guide as to how much you should be pricing your services, and vice versa. If you're like a business owner and you're hiring help, you need to know how long it takes you to complete a project so you can know an estimate about how long it should take another person, especially if you're paying per hour. So same like all the other power-ups, just go to the show menu button, go to power-ups, and scroll down until you find Harvest and click enable. Once you click enable, it will prompt you to set up your account. It's a super simple process, but I've already set up an account, so it didn't do that for me. But once you do set up an account, you'll gain access to this Harvest back end here. Now, it seems super complex at first, but really right now, all you have to worry about is this homepage, this time tab, and this project tabs. The first thing I recommend for you to do though is to go watch this webinar. In this webinar, they'll explain these other tabs in more detail, these expenses, reports, invoices, and all of that if you're interested, but it's really not necessary. I'm not messing with any of those right now. What I'm really here for is for the extension. So click Get Extension, and then just look for the app or the extension for you. Now, this isn't absolutely necessary. It just makes it easier to have the Harvest extension up here, and you can record or track your time more easily, but it isn't required. I will show you how to do it within Trello as well. To start time tracking a project, go to this Projects tab and click Add New Project. Then you'll end up in a page that looks something similar to this. I've already set up this project, but I will show you, I'll walk you through it so you know exactly how to set it up. Here on the client, I just put my name. I put the video Trello tutorial as the title. I skipped all this extra information, and I just set it as time and materials. And down here, you can start adding the tasks within this project. So this project will require me to make a thumbnail, make the video, and write the blog post. So to add a task, you just click here, add your task, and then it'll end up here. You can also add team members here, and then just click Add Project. Here on my Trello board, the project is here, Trello Power-Ups. So if I click on this card, I can click this Harvest tab here and then just click Track Time, and it will let me choose which of these tasks I'm working on. So right now I'm working on the video, and I can go ahead and start the timer. But like I showed you earlier, you can also go up here to this Harvest extension and start recording your time from here. You can start the timer and stop the timer. You can go back to your Projects tab here, and it will show the amount spent on that particular project here. All right, the next power up is Butler. Butler is a system that lets you automate actions within your Trello board. So you can actually tell Butler, hey, when I move this card over here, please add a due date or delete it for me. Simple tasks like that, but even more complex tasks like when I move this card here, add this checklist to it. It's a really awesome tool. This is the only power up that I wouldn't recommend just going here to your power ups and enable. It was just too confusing for me. I think the easiest way for you to get started with Butler for Trello is to go to this board. It's called Butler for Trello, and you can just do a Google search and you will arrive here, but I will also leave a link in the description down below. When you arrive at this board, you're going to see a lot of helpful information like terms of service, reviews, their actual website, instructions, questions and answers, support, and a ton of examples of how to put it to use, which I haven't gotten a chance to look through all of this, but I'm excited to do so. But right now, all you have to worry about is this instructions and documentation list. I recommend you read through each one of them just so you can really get an understanding of how to use it. And right now we're going to go to the card that says how to use Butler. And then you're going to look for this link that says Butler Dashboard. When you click that link, you will arrive on this page where it will give you easy instructions to sync up Butler with your Trello. Now, I've already done it, so I can't show you how, but it's really, really simple. Once you do that, you can start inviting Butler to your board. So these are the boards that I have in my Trello right now. And to invite Butler, all you have to do is press this button, press yes. And once you do that, it will add a list to your board. So I'm going to go back to my Trello board and show you. So as you see here, it adds an actual Butler list to your board, and this will live on your Trello board. Obviously, you can move it to wherever you'd like, but once you have this list on your board, click this instructions card, and here you will find useful links that you're going to need time and time again. First of all, you will find that Trello board we came from in the beginning. You will find that dashboard I just showed you. And the most important thing, the command builder, where you will actually start to build commands and automations. So when you click this link, it will bring you to this page. It looks a bit confusing, but I'm going to explain all of it in just a minute. First, let me show you what a command is and what it does. So here in this Trello board, YouTube blog content ideas, I've built two commands. One is when a pink label is added to a card, move it to the move forward on board YouTube blog content ideas. Now let me show you what all this jargon means. So on my board, as I'm getting my content calendar ready, I can look through these ideas that I've just been adding over a long period of time. This Mom Boss Monday ideas list, this Boss Tip Thursday ideas list, and just look through and look at my calendar down here. I can just look at this quick little calendar and figure out which video I want to move forward with. Now, say I wanted to move forward with this Sarah Blakely video. So I can just hover over it, press 9 if you're using the shortcuts, and as you saw, it automatically moved it to my move forward list. Now this is the list that I want, ideas that I think I want to move forward with. It's not 100% sure, but there you go. Now that's just a very simple command, but now let's go back to the command builder. I'll explain exactly what all this means and show you how to create one. Now this left-hand side are triggers. So this is when this happens, and this is actions. I want this to happen. So different triggers you can do is a schedule, a due date when a card is overdue, then do this, when, and just miscellaneous stuff. So right now I'm going to create a when trigger. So when, and then here you can have different triggers. When a card is moved, when a card is added or subtracted, when a due date is added, when a checklist is completed, when a comment is added, I'm going to do due date. So when a due date is added to a card, then you go over to the action section. And then you can just click through these various tabs. In the beginning, the first couple of commands that you build, it'll kind of be a bit confusing, but the more you do it, the better you will get at actually making it do what you want it to do. So when a due date is added to a card, I wanted to move that card to the list named new inside the board called YouTube blog in progress. Now here it will tell you exactly what you want to happen up here. When a due date is added to a card, move the card to list named new on board YouTube blog in progress and then click add command. And then let's go back to my board here. It will show you a check mark if it understands what you want it to do. So now let's test it out. Say these are the video ideas that I want to move forward with, and I want to start scheduling them so I can start working on them. So let's say this one, I want to go ahead and add a due date. Let's say I want it to be due by the 31st and click save and save again. And now you see it's gone. So now it moved it to my other board, YouTube blog in progress. And it moved it to this list named new, Evernote hacks. So now I can start working on it. And the point of this board is to get it from here, from keyword research, all the way to share right here. All right, and that's a wrap. I really hope this tutorial has helped you today. At the very least, now you know that these things exist within Trello. So if you ever need any sort of app like the ones I've shared today, now you know where to look. I'm really looking forward to experimenting with more power-ups, especially that Butler one, as I start implementing it more into my workflows and start using it to really get my systems organized. I'd love to share more about it with you. Let me know if that's something you're interested in the comments below, or any other sort of video that you'd like to see for Boss Tip Thursdays. Leave it in the comments below. And that's all for today. Make sure to like this video if you found it valuable. Share it with a friend who may find it helpful. And I will see you next time.